Metal-type Pokemon are some of the beefiest and most difficult to knock out in the Pokemon trading card game. With access to powerful defensive tools like Metal Goggles, Metal Frying Pan, and Metal Core Barrier, Metal-type Pokemon can be a real challenge to knock out in battle. I am loving my new Metal-type Gym Leader Challenge deck featuring Melmetal and Copperajah. Now, if you don't know anything about Gym Leader Challenge format, don't worry. It's super easy to get into, the games are a ton of fun, and the decks are incredibly cheap. There's just a couple of things to keep in mind when you're building a Gym Leader Challenge deck. First of all, it's a single prize format, so no rule box Pokemon like Pokemon VMAX or Pokemon GX are allowed in Gym Leader Challenge format. It's also a monotype format, so you have to pick your favorite type of Pokemon, whether it's metal, fire, lightning, or water, and then build your whole deck only using those type of Pokemon like a Gym Leader would. And then finally, the most exciting rule, it's a singleton format. So you can only play one of each card except basic energy in your deck. Gym Leader Challenge is by far my favorite way to play Pokemon cards right now, and I think you'll fall in love with the format if you give it a try too. If you want to learn more about Gym Leader Challenge format, make sure to head on over to gymleaderchallenge.com. We've got a great introductory guide that can tell you some of the best ways to get started with your favorite type of Pokemon. Also, make sure to join the Tricky Gym Discord. The link will be in the description below, where players are always looking for a new Gym Leader Challenge opponent. Now, let's check out that Metal-type Gym Leader Challenge deck. Now, I know that there's a lot going on here. There are 51 unique cards in this deck, but the strategy is relatively straightforward. We're going to set up Bronzong and use its Metal Link's ability to accelerate metal energy from our discard pile to our bench Pokemon, and then start swinging with our gigantic metal attackers like Copperajah with its muscular nose attack, which does 220 damage, one-hit KOing almost everything in Gym Leader Challenge format for just 3 metal energy. But the downside is if Copperajah has 8 or more damage counters on it, this attack does nothing. So we're going to have to heal Copperajah in order to swing with Muscular Nose turn after turn. Thankfully, its Dig Drain attack does 60 damage and heals 30 damage from Copperajah, which is nice to use after Copperajah takes a hit. We've also got Crystal Cave, which is a stadium card that allows you to heal 30 damage from all of your Metal-type Pokemon during your turn. Nice for glancing off hits with Copperajah. And my favorite play in this deck, Mallow and Lana with Copperajah. After Copperajah takes a hit, you can use Mallow and Lana, which switches it to the bench and heals 120 damage so that you can use Muscular Nose again. With tool cards like Metal Core Barrier, Metal Frying Pan, and Metal Goggles, knocking out your Metal-type Pokemon is going to be extremely difficult for the opponent. I really love Melmetal in this deck as well. Its Ingot Swing attack does 80 damage and prevents all damage done by Pokemon that have abilities during your opponent's next turn. It's really good against ability-heavy decks like Grass and Water. I really love this Melmetal. It can win games all by itself with Ingot Swing. And then Blasting Hammer does 150 damage for 2 metal and 2 colorless. You can fulfill the 2 colorless with double colorless energy, which we have in this deck. And then discarding an energy from Melmetal is not really a problem, since you can accelerate that energy back with Bronzong's Metal Link's ability. And then the rest of our attackers are basic Pokemon. We've got Dialga, Magearna, and Cobalion. Cobalion is a great late game finisher with its Revenge Blast attack, which does 30 damage plus 30 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. Dialga is just a solid attacker with 130 hit points, and Metal Blast does 60 plus 20 more for each metal attached to it. And then Magearna is a little bit of a weaker attacker. Wind Up Cannon does 10 plus 20 more damage for each bench Pokemon your opponent has in play, so capping out at 110 base damage. But its attack Overhaul is a great consistency option in a pinch for 1 metal energy. It allows you to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6 cards. Check out this metal deck in action and let me know what you think of my metal type Gym Leader Challenge deck in the comments below. Playing against B Hammy's Dark deck, we've got Jirachi in the active, Meltan's great. Beach turn 1 as well. Love to see it. See if I have any playable cards off the top. I don't. It's fine. I would have gotten those cards anyway. We'll grab the... It does not matter. Cool. Double colorless energy is an energy that we Wonton Meltan, and we'll beach for a couple. And then maybe I can get the quick Melmetal with that Evo Soda. Still haven't had a deck search option yet to see if Melmetal is in the deck, but if it is, attach a Metal Energy. I could actually get the turn 2 Ingot Swing, which prevents all Pokemon with abilities from dealing damage to Melmetal during the next turn. Wouldn't mind that. Especially since I could Dreamy Revelation, see if I find a card that I like. There's a Bird Keeper and a Sneasel. Cool. The Sneaky Smash? No! No! This is terrible news! Only if you go second? I'm about to get Sneaky Smash, bro. And because I attached the double, I did not see this coming, okay? I didn't, bro. I did not see this coming at all. I'm gonna cry because of that. Well, now I'm upset. Dang, man, you're telling me that my Ingot Swing is gonna take more time to power up. I'm down horrendous. Dreamy Revelation. Q-Font? Galarian Meowth? Alright. That's cool. Well, Cynthia and Caitlin. I mean, I guess I'm getting both, right? I'm getting both of those Pokemon since I didn't reorder my deck, so I get the Meowth. And then there's Bridget. And then I can use Evolution Roar to thin down these. Which is fine. And I'm going to attach an energy to my Melmetal, Frying Pan, and Beach. Nice. I still got the Ingot Swing next turn. Still got it, chat. You know, and I just didn't see because it was just Impidimp. So when you're trying to like calculate your turn 1 plays, right? In Gym Leader Challenge, it's like, all right, you know, usually if you're expecting like Enhanced Hammer or Fan of Waves, you don't want to place your double colorless energy down first, but there's a higher probability that your opponent plays Marnie or N, right, to disrupt your hand. And since this deck doesn't play like a lot of double colorless, it's just one double colorless, and obviously you can only play one double colorless in Gym Leader Challenge, but I think it doesn't play twin. It's just the one double colorless, right? Since it doesn't play like a lot of outs to that double colorless, it's like, all right, I want to put the double colorless down so that even if I get Marnie or End, I'll still have it in play, and then just instantly punished with the Sneaky Smash. And that Sneasel was not even on the board, dude. It was sneaky, bro. It was just sneaky. Okay, I'm going up with the Meowth. I've got the Caparaja. I got the Sauce. I've got Evolutionary Roar. We're going to use Evolutionary Roar and discard the Lusamine and the Rescue Stretcher. And we're going to go get Galarian Berserker. I am quite concerned that Grimmsnarl is just like coming out next turn. I'm coming out. Coming. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. That's my major concern, right? So I can go in with the Ingot Swing, which is pretty good, but then I have a high chance of just getting sauced. And I'm not trying to get sauced, chat. I want to have multiple attackers built up. So, like, to Ingot swing or not to Ingot swing? They don't have it, do they? There's, like, no way that they have it. Grimmsnarl does not have an ability at all. They're only doing base 100 damage with the Weavile right now. So I'm thinking, all right, we're doing this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is better. Because here's the deal. If I go in with the Ingot swing there, right, I knock out the Weavile. B-Hammy potentially evolves into Grimmsnarl. Absolutely eviscerates my Melmetal with its insane attack that does like 240 damage, right? Then all I have is Copperajah with no energy on it. And then I try to promote Copperajah. It also gets eviscerated by that Grimmsnarl, right? So it's like you have to kind of like sit back and build up two attackers, or else that, here he is, right here. You see what I'm saying? You have to kind of like sit back and build up two attackers, or this Grimmsnarl is doing 260 damage and can just go 2 for 1. Like, I mean, there might not even be a 1. It might just go like, 5-0 and just smack my whole team down. All right, Cynthia, good. Now, if the Grimmsnarl comes up and knocks out my Galarian Berserker, that's fine, because I have a guaranteed retaliation with my Copperajah with Muscular Nose, since now I have the Bronzong. Chaotic Smell. But just going to Evil Admonition for not quite enough. And you can see now my opponent's playing chicken, because they don't want to lose the Grimmsnarl, right? And who could blame them? The Grimmsnarl is kind of like the whole strategy here. So I have to build up 2 Pokemon who can knock out the Grimmsnarl. That's the dream. And a bench Dialga. I've got Max Elixir. And this would be dope if we hit it. Yeah, cool. So we Max Elixir, and then I've got Metal Lynx. And I've got Guzma and Hala. So we're going to Guzma and Hala. And we're going to get a couple of things. That's fine. Floater. The Metal Core Barrier is just not doing anything, and the Metal Energy is fine. Yeah, we get these. The Crystal Cave, that is tough to lose the Crystal Cave, but I play Lusamine, so that's fine. We go Floatstone. Metal Energy retreats, and the Dialga now can use its Metal Blast for knockout. And now I'm in a pretty good spot, right? Because I can deal with the Grimmsnarl. If my opponent gusts and knocks out my Copperajah with the Grimmsnarl, then I can go Energy onto Dialga, Metal Lynx another Energy, and then retaliate with Metal Blast. It does look like, all right, I guess maybe the promotion of the Guzzlord, maybe because Zoroark is an option with stand-in, maybe because my opponent just wants to munch. They just mountain munch, potentially. Maybe they have Floatstone for the stand-in retreats. Grimmsnarl can definitely take the knockouts on Dialga. They have Guzma. All right, so this is the play that I thought that they were going to do. Guzma the Copperajah with 1 energy. Obviously, the Copperajah is the biggest attacker that I have on my side of the board. Galarian Berserker's got a Floatstone, but with Dialga now, I can make Dialga a big attacker if I need to. So I think that that's what we're going to try and do. Colress is not very great here for me, but I do think that we kind of just need to take this Grimmsnarl out. So I'm doing 120 right now, 140. I need 2 energy onto my Dialga We don't have like a Teammates or a Raihan or anything like that, so Juniper is probably my best bet. Or I could Colress for 6. That's spineless. We're going to Juniper. And we need to find an energy or else I miss the knockout. So we're looking for a metal. We find the metal, first card. And that's why we Juniper, right? The metal core barrier as well. Metal links. Accelerate that energy from the discard pile to Dialga. There's that. Quick ball away. Sonia. Get Cobalion. Don't need to bench it yet. And we're going in with Dialga with the Metal Blast. And we just barely got there. 180 damage thanks to the Galarian Berserker, Steely Spirits. We'll take our prize. Go to 4 prizes remaining. Oh, Melmetal could have done it too. It's true. Still needed an energy and a Dynamotor. Yeah, so either a Dynamotor, Metal Links, right? They both needed 2 energy in order to get it done. So going in with the Dialga with the Metal Core Barrier is going to be out of range for a Guzzlord's Red Banquet. Obviously, Red Banquet would be terrifying right now if B-Hammy is able to take a double prize on the Dialga, but I think that they're going to miss it. The Beast Ring comes down, 2 Darkness Energies to the Guzzlord. They can use the double colorless or the twin energy to poke the Dialga, but it is going to miss that knockout. I am a little bit sad that I had to get rid of my Mallow and Lana. It would have been a great Mallow and Lana turn, definitely. Nest Ball, there's nothing left in the deck. Now that I'm taking out Zoroark, I'm not terribly concerned about the overbenching. Or I guess I'm like looking at Guzma. Maybe I do want to just Guzma the Guzzlord since it's like the most terrifying thing on their board. Probably, right? Yeah, that's probably the case. Yeah, we're just going to take that out. So I maybe shouldn't have benched that Cobalion. Because I'm pretty sure I just gave that Zoroark the knockout. But taking out the Guzzlord with the Dialga is going to be quite good. And we saved the Raihan in my hand for later. Find a metal off the prize. So that's great as well. And they promote coughing. They can evolve into wheezing. Neutralizing gas is good. They can still stand in and Mind Jack. That is the tough thing about gusting the Guzzlord, is that I kind of give them that opportunity to snap back with the Zoroark. And again, Dark gets so much stronger with the release of Brilliant Stars. Yeah. Oh, 150 damage with Mind Jack. Yeah, that's crazy. Cool. We're going to promote. I forgot that the only reason that Dialga survived the previous turn was because of the Metal Core Barrier. I completely spaced on that. So this benching of the Cobalion meant nothing. We've got Raihan now and N. Cool. So we're going to Metal Links, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's multiple metal in my discard pile now. Yeah, so we can Raihan to the Melmetal and go get what do we want even? There's like not much that I need. Cool. Metal Links. Just gonna accelerate multiple energy to the Melmetal, and we're just coming in and gonna start using that blasting hammer attack for 170 damage. And then next turn it'll only do 150, but Galarian Wheezing has got 130 hit points. So I've got that energy I need to blasting hammer again. And we're cruising. Rescue Stretcher can bring back an attacker, but I think that there's not going to be an attacker that can kind of deal with the Melmetal. And I really like this iteration of the metal list that we have here. It feels very stable, very strong. Melmetal's a great attacker. Bronzong and Raihan and Max Elixir are just enough energy acceleration, I think, to be able to do what we need to do. I don't think that the Guzzlord can do anything, so I think it's best to just take the knockout on the active, actually. So we'll just do that. No abilities, it doesn't matter. We'll just Blasting Hammer, take this KO, and I think it is going to be GG's. Yes, well played, B-Hammies. Well played. This is our first game that we've ever played. It's definitely a close one. The Dark deck worked really well. Love all of these Pokemon you've got in here. The Raihan? Dude! No! I didn't expect it! Bro! No! Oh! That's crazy. I still think we got it, but just barely. Look how close this game is. Oh my gosh. I think I have a medal in my deck, right? Let me check. There's one medal left. That's so crazy. And we teammates for the final medal in my deck. Attached to Cobalion, Metal Links. And that is Game Revenge Blast. Wow, what a close game. That's so sick, dude. That's so sick. 200 damage for GG's with Cobalion in the final attack. That was awesome. Yeah, that was a great game, B-Hammies. That was wonderful. Love this opening hand. Couple of mulligans playing against Captain Nightfall's fighting deck. And since I'm looking for a basic energy, we're going to play the Nest Ball first. I've already got plenty of basic Pokemon, so we could just go grab the Q font so I can get a quick Caparaja. That'd be ideal. Then we get to dig a couple cards deeper. Nice, we've only got one energy prize this game. Dig a couple cards deeper to see if we can find that turn 1 energy drop. That would be great. So let's do it. We do not, unfortunately, but I do have the option to grab either Timer Ball or Crystal Cave. We'll grab the, let's see, I'm going to Marnie, but I'm going to get both these cards. We'll grab the Timer Ball. It doesn't matter one way or the other. And then we're going to pass. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not know what Galarian Cofagrigus does. So that is going to be a pleasant surprise. I look forward to seeing what that Pokemon can do. No turn 1 energy drop means that I'm probably going to be attacking on turn 3? Turn 3 or so? Which is good. That's about on pace for Gym Leader Challenge format. Usually a Gym Leader Challenge format, probably attacking turn 3. That's like the most common turn to start attacking across the entire format. If you attack on turn 2, then you're probably playing like a rush kind of deck, or you're popping off, right? Almost no decks attack turn 1, though it's possible to launch a good attack turn 1 if you happen to hit a Welder play or something like that, but it almost never happens. Or the Guzma Hala play and Dragon can also do it. This is sick. The turn 1 Lily for 8. It's been so long since I've seen this. Wow. It's like witnessing a small miracle. That's crazy. Ever since they changed the turn 1 rule, Lily has become a pretty much, obsolete supporter. But back in the day when you could play a supporter on the first turn of the game, man, we used to Lily for 8 all the time. Cool. Timer Ball, Caparaja. We'll evolve the Caparaja. That's fine. Timer Ball, see if I can get myself some fellas. We can. Fellas galore. Gonna get these guys. Timer Ball haters, where you at? Melmetal. Boom. Boom. And we've got the Marnie. Do I need to bench the Cobalion? Not yet. Cobalion's not really good until later, so we'll just play the Marnie. And then we want to see if we can find a way to get the Bronzor out. Thankfully, we do find a Metal Energy, so that's good. We don't, which is sad. But I do have Beach. We can attach an energy to the so the Melmetal's fine. Bench that and Beach. I think Melmetal is more consistently going to be, a quick attacker because of the fact that we can Ingot Swing with the double colorless energy if we happen to find it. We don't have a way to discard energy right now. That is nice about not evolving your Berserker. You can save the Galarian Meowth to discard metal energy, which then you can use to power up with Raihan or Metal Saucer or Bronzong, right? A whole bunch of different things you could do. Nice. They've got Sonya to go get a couple more basic Pokemon. And the thing about the pace of Gym Leader Challenge format is that the average attack happens on like turn 3, turn 4, turn 3 usually. And with the average attack, the average like first big attack happening on turn 3, it means that both players have multiple turns to set up their board position, right? Before they start dealing with any pressure. And when they do start dealing with pressure on turn 3, they're not losing 2 prizes at a time. I don't know. It's like, is this just makes sense to me, And Pokemon has developed formats like that were just more engaging and fun to play. All right, this hand is kind of huge, but doesn't have too much going on. I think we just attach a metal energy to the Melmetal. Ingot Swing isn't going to be the most insane attack. I think this is a Colress turn. So we're going to Colress. We didn't find the Bronzor. Sad. Evolution Incense. Bronzor's not in the deck. That's cool. We've got the Guzma and Hala for the DC next turn. So we'll Dreamy Rev. Get Metal Frying Pan. And then my hand is too big to beach. So we'll simply wait. I've got it next turn. So this is going to be the turn 4 attack, right? And you can see we're kind of both just setting up our board states, jockeying for position, if you will. And then once we kind of both have our board states set up, we're going to start slugging back and forth, tactfully playing through each turn to figure out how to navigate the win. And it's just such a joy to get to play all these different cards in your deck that all do different things. Honestly, I think that the Pokemon trading card game is more fun when you're limited to one of each card in your deck. Frankly, it's really fun. Because the gameplay is just so much more engaging. Each turn is different. You have different cards to play each turn. It's not just like, dude, I am so bored of playing Marnie. I cannot... I am sick of it. I've been playing Marnie, Research, and Boss for 2 years, dude. Like, I'm over it, bro. Completely over it. And they're still the best supporters in the format. It's not close. We're going to Guzma and Hala. And we're going to get rid of these guys. And we're going to go get these guys. And I think it's time to go in with the Melmetal. So we're going to do that, do this. We've got the Metal Core Barrier. And with Metal Core Barrier, we're going to be taking 70 less damage from attacks this next turn, which is good. But we don't have the Bronzor out. So in order to string attacks... I kind of have to find Metal Saucer or something like that. Or just not get the Melmetal knocked out, right? The Melmetal can't get knocked out. But it's one of the things that keeps me coming back to Gym Leader Challenge 4. It just keeps me coming back. The replayability value is so high because the decks are so unique and the gameplay is so interesting. All right, let's see. They got 200 damage they're going to do, but I'm taking minus 70, so they still need a Field Blower. They've got boss, or they boss up the Copperajah and take that knockout, which is also sad. I worked hard on that. Dang it. That stinks. All right, so what do we do? I'm like pretty much going to have to 2-hit KO this guy. And I don't know that there's any way around it. It's just what it is, right? So we Raihan to the Magearna. And I go get probably probably Rescue Stretcher to get the guy back immediately. Because Level Ball, unfortunately, does not get Q funds. Okay, so I think I'm going to just go get Q funds. Ingot Swing. I mean, at this point, the Earthquake is doing enough, so Ingot Swing doesn't matter. I want to protect the Melmetal if I can. So we're going to attach that energy there and go for Wind-Up Cannon, which seems fine. Yeah. And then want to see if we can't a Wind-Up Cannon wasn't too bad there. 110 damage. Not terrible. Do got to look out for this guy, Steamin' Mad Strike, dude. Phew. This is a cool fighting deck. I really like this. There's a lot of synergy here. If the Metacham gets hit enough, Strike of Enlightenment can do 170 damage for 2. Primeape does more damage. All right, we're getting Marnied. We got Saucer and Tag Call. That's fine. So this is each of your bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. And they've got the damage mover too. And then this guy does what? For each damage counter on this Runigris, put 2 damage counters. That's cool. Wow. It's such like, there's so much synergy here. I love it. Definitely love it. That's very cool. Because the Steelix damages their own guys. The Donphan damages their own guys. This Metacham now has 30 or less hit points, right? So it qualifies. You've got 80 hit points left. I'm doing that with Ingot Swing. So it's Ingot. It's real Ingot Swing hours. Cool. We've also got a Rescue Stretcher for the thing. So we're going to see, there's Colress, there's Raihan. So Reverse Seeker for Raihan. Going to Raihan to the Q fonts and get Fishing Rod. Lana's Fishing Rod. We're going to put these fellows back into the deck. Going to Tag Call, go get these guys. And yeah, potentially should have played the Lana's Fishing Rod last turn, because then I could have, instead of the Rescue Stretcher, because then I could have Raihan'd for the Metal Core Barrier this turn. And you see, it's little things like that, dude. Little things like that. I played Rescue Stretcher last turn. But it's little things like that that are going to keep you playing this format, because you're like, wow, if I had just done this instead of that, then this, you know what I mean? All right, so we got the Ingot Swing for knockouts. I'm going to attach one more energy to my Q font just to have it And go. Okay. Oh, the special energy for Primeape would have been cool. But ideally, I want to hit. Yeah, because they have 3 Pokemon on their bench with damage counters on them. Ideally, I want to hit the Copperajah, I think. But yeah, the special metal on the active. But I wanted to string this attack here. I don't know. It's tough, man. Playing without the Bronzong's tough. You really got to have each of your attachments be just right. But I think maybe the shield should have at least gone here, because this next turn. What if I try to use Cynthia and Caitlin, right? I have 24 cards left in deck, and I have to find my... I think there's just Sonia for the energy here. They can use Primeape to do 150 damage, take the knockout, which is pretty ideal. Maybe I should have grabbed the... we'll see how it goes. I'm going to get to see 5 cards with the Jirachi. So there's that. Level Ball. I don't think there's anything in my deck that's level ballable. No. So we're going to Cynthia and Caitlin. At this point, it is too late. It's too late to apologize. Got Max Elixir. Okay. Got basic metal energy. The Max Elixir. We're going to Max Elixir. Let's see, I need Copperajah. Bad. Heavy Ball, Evo Soda, Copperajah. Those will all work. I could also just get... Wait a minute. All right, what if I get... You only need to get like poked, honestly. I mean, 60 damage, I could knock you out with the Q font if I care to, frankly. I'm a quick ball with Raihan. We're gonna go get Cobalion. Okay. And then we're gonna Max Elixir. And we're gonna whiff it like a champ. Cool. And then Dreamy Revelation. Yeah, I hit them both. I'm insane. Okay. So we got Evo Soda. And we sauce up the Q font. Thank you, Cardboard Katana, for the Prime sub in the 8 months. Evo Soda. Get Big Guy. Retreat. And, I mean, yeah, it would just give you the muscular nose. Okay. So, Donphan could swing this turn. Right? 3-3 prizes. Donphan's going to swing. It's only got 90 hit points left. Eventually, they might knock out their own Medicham, right? I've got 1 energy left. No Bronzong this game. I've got just Copperajah only, and it's got to take me the final 3 prizes because I'm like out of resources. We're in a huge resource crunch, and Bronzong's just not been an option this game. So... I gotta see Mallow and Lana, like whatever my top deck is, we can Mallow and Lana and Retreat, which does just get me an entirely fresh attack with Copperajah, which is really good. Obviously, I'm just a little bit short of being able to do that 90 damage with Dig Drain, which would obviously be great as well. Got rid of the Raihan, which felt bad. The Mallow and Lana felt better than the Raihan at the time, which I think I stand by. My floater is dearly missed right now. This thing's going to be able to do 170 damage next turn. But, let's see. This does for each damage counter on this Runic Grist. But that's crazy. That's crazy because he's going to have... That's 160 damage, bro. He's going to have so much damage on him. It's 160, man. All right, I guess I just need to poke things, really. That's all I have to do is just poke things. Because they're all so low HP now. The Caparaj damage mover, too. Where are we moving the damage? Off the Medicham, probably. They probably don't want to knock this thing out, right? Got Mallow and Lana. Oh, man. I need to see what the play is, Captain Nightfall. You're killing me. I need to see what my top deck is. I'm dying over here. Mallow and Lana can get me an extra card off the top of the deck with Jirachi. That is nice, because I can use the Dreamy Revelation ability. Okay, I don't exactly know where the damage... Oh, some damage went to Onyx, okay. Alright, this thing is still very close to being KO'd. Getting rid of the Ericas feels really bad. But we have to do it. Right? I got more draw supporters in the deck, dude. You think they got like a switch card in there? You think they just got a switch card in their hand? All right, let's Mallow and Lana. We'll do it. This feels really bad. This feels absolutely terrible. We'll find Crystal Cave and the Pan. Okay. They're both good cards. Gotta go with the Pan. And then we have to retreat this. And give him the Muscular Nose. Alright, that's what we have to do. And we got Boss off the prize, which is great. Medicham. Let's see, this thing has got... It can place 160 damage counters. Or, that's not quite how I meant to say it. 160 damage. Can place 16 damage counters. 160 damage counters. Holy smokes, Mahone. Yeah. Green's Exploration. There's no abilities in play? No, not the arts. Oh, no, not this. The Metacham's going to take a knockout. This is terrible. No. How am I losing to this Metacham? This is so sick. Oh, I'm so distraught right now. You've got 10 hit points left. All I have to do is just poke you. But I've got nothing. No pokers. Oh, it's not a knockout? He lives? How did he live? Oh, the schnoz that lived. Oh, man, that's crazy. I didn't even do the math. I just assumed I was bodied. Excellent. Well, you have got to go for sure. You've got to get out of... Get on. Go on, get out of here, bro. We've got Bridget's. I need to hope that Nightfall doesn't have, like... Yeah, math is hard. I thought you had it, Captain Nightfall. That frying pan came in clutch for sure. Yeah, I thought you had me. Kaparaja is huge. So that was 170 plus the 40 from the stadium. That was 210 minus 30. That's crazy. Yeah. And now we've got Gust. So if there's anything that has, yeah, we can gust up the Runigris. They've only got one fighting energy for the Steelix. And the Kaparaja barely hangs in there. That's crazy, dude. By 10 hit points. The Kaparaja just hung on for dear life in this game. They got to send up Steelix, but I've got the boss's orders to bring up Galarian Runigris. No, the scoop up net? That's crazy, bro. No way. That's crazy. No. Yeah, you got it. Definitely not. All right, dig drain. We heal again. The throw. Does Captain Nightfall have a switch and an energy? But even then, Powerful Rage is only doing 100 right now. I've got 130 hit points left. And it looks like they don't have it. It's GG's with the muscular schnoz for game. What an epic match. That was awesome. I mean, that's why Gym Leader Challenge is so much fun, right? Look at that. All that back and forth. So cool, man. It's so cool. I love it. So definitely make sure to check out gymleaderchallenge.com if you're interested. We've got a huge guide on getting started with whatever your favorite type is in Gym Leader Challenge formats. I've been rocking this metal deck for the last couple days, and the deck is just so fun. I mean, honestly, I'm going to have to get my metal type Gym Leader Challenge deck tightened up in paper because this deck has been a joy to play. The Kaparaja is huge. The Melmetal is huge. The Galarian Berserker is so sick. And that's it for my metal type Gym Leader Challenge deck. Thank you so much for watching this video. Y'all have a busted day. Peace.